Okay, hello everyone. In this video, I will review another important branch of linguistics, which is psycholinguistics. So, psycholinguistics is the study of how language is processed in the human mind and brain. While sociolinguistics focus on language and society, psycholinguistics focus on how we understand, store, and produce language. In this video, I will explain 5 key concepts in psycholinguistics. Okay, the first concept is language acquisitions. Language acquisitions refers to the process by watching human learn language, especially during childhood. Children acquire that first language natural through interactions, not through formal instructions. For example, a child learns to say words like mom or eat before forming full sentence. This process happens automatically and so that the human brain is biological prepared for language. And then the second concept is mental lexicon and lexical access. The mental lexicon is like a dictionary stored in our brain. It contains words, their meanings, and how they are related. And then the lexical access is the process of retrieving those words when we need them. Jadi kalau mental lexicon itu kayak kamus kata, kita menyimpan kata, arti kata, dan hubungan. Nah, kalau lexical access itu seperti jalan untuk menemukan kata tersebut. Now, for example, when you see an apple and immediately say apple, your brain quickly access that words from the mental lexicon. This process happens in a very short time without this being aware of it. Okay, and then the third concept is language processing, which includes compression and productions. And compression is how we understand spoken or written language. For example, when you read a text or listening to a lecture, your brain process sound, a letter, grammar, and meaning at the same time. Nah, contohnya ya, ketika kita mendengar the old man, nah, otak kita langsung mengenali apakah man ini adalah kata kerja atau kata benda untuk memahami sisa kalimatnya. And then the productions, on the other hand, is how we form sentence and express ourselves. Before speaking, our brains plan what to say, choose the words, and arrange them into a sentence. Okay, the fourth concept is tip of the tongue, or TOT, and slip of the tongue phenomena. The tip of the tongue experience happen when you know a word but cannot say at all at the moment. For example, you clearly remember a person facts, but their name just will not come out. Atau ya, kalau contoh lain, kita mendeskripsikan sesuatu tapi tidak tahu bahasanya. Jadi kita tahu makna yang ingin kita sampaikan, tapi membahasakannya susah. Menunjukkan bahasa dan makna itu terletak di tempat yang berbeda. And then slip of the tongue is speech error, such as saying reading list instead of reading list. Jadi kayak lidahnya kesleo. These errors are important because they reveal how language is organized in the human mind. Okay, the last concept is the language and the brains. So the language functions are connected to a specific area on the brains. For example, in our brains we have a broadcast area. Jadi ini bagian untuk produksi bicara. Apabila rusak, maka orang bisa paham bahasa tapi susah bicara. And then the Wernicke's area, this part of the understanding or pemahaman, if damaged atau apabila rusak, orang bisa lancar bahasa tapi ngawur, tidak ada maknanya. Nah, this is shown that language is not only psychological but also biological. Sangat tergantung dengan bagian otaknya. So to conclude, psycholinguistic help us understand how language works inside the human mind and brain, from language acquisitions in children to word storage, sentence processing, and brain areas. All of this process happen quickly and mostly unconsciously. By studying psycholinguistics, we gain a deeper understanding of how humans use language every day. Thank you for watching, and I hope these explanations help you understand psychology linguistic better. And thank you.